Well, hello, my soul friends. We have a beautiful full moon arriving this Saturday, April 16th at 11:55 a.m. Pacific time. Of course, adjust accordingly to where you are. And you feeling it yet? I am certainly feeling it. This combined with the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. I did a previous video on that, just on that, because it's such a rare, once-in-a-lifetime event. And Neptune and Jupiter conjunct in Pisces. It only happens that they would be in Pisces again. The last time they were in Pisces was 156 years ago, I think. And it won't happen again and for that long. But so yeah, Pisces, very watery. Very, for me, what I'm feeling, and this can feel like a full moon, very similar to what we're experiencing with Jupiter and Neptune. Increased emotions. You can see I'm kind of already teary-eyed. Just crying for everything and everyone and the world, and it can also increase compassion. I'm talking about Jupiter and Neptune. However, again, the full moon can draw up our emotions, illuminates what we need to look at, review, what we need to release, let go of. Tears are very releasing. Oh, and clearing is another thing, to clear, release. So this Jupiter-Neptune, though, is also expanding. I feel like it's expanding my heart even more, and I have a pretty big heart. But when our hearts expand and our compassion expands, we can also notice what's in there that isn't supportive to ourselves or others or this collective unfolding. So I also recommend, when you're aware, let yourself cry and become aware of what's in the way of your way, because this is such a potent time for divine blessings to occur. So it's a potent time to do forgiveness work. Forgiving. Forgiveness is a complicated topic for a lot of people. There's righteous anger, holding on to real things that happened, not to diminish events or things that happen that hurt us, but we don't want to hold them, so we cleanse them with forgiveness. So go to my Instagram page. I am the Soul Nurturer on Instagram, and I did a little post about that. Forgiveness helps us clear space for our souls to expand. So I want to invite you to that too. Let's get to this full moon. Again, I always invite you to drop in and notice. This is how astrology developed, really. I just took a fabulous class with Trust Psyche, Travis and Jessica, and it was all about the history of astrology and the cultural shifts, and it was so fantastic. I said to Travis, I said many things because it was such a gift, but I felt like it made sense for where history, where astrology is so much part of our unfolding. And there's a lot of, it's gotten a bad rap, and there's a lot of reasons why. In this class, I can't even put it into words exactly how it just makes so much sense to me that it was just another way that we were connecting to nature, our ancestors, noticing, tracking the celestial sky, noticing the moon phases, and noticing the correspondence to what was going on in their worlds, right? And I just thought, gosh, it's just another way that we project fear onto a natural occurrence, a natural nature, what God has created. And I feel like, so for me, back to the full moon, all this energy in Pisces too. We also have Venus in Pisces and Mars going into Pisces. So we can kind of get all over the place, and it's like ground, come back to this moment, come back to what I want to say. I also have Sun, Neptune, so I can do that anyway. Okay, so back to the point. That this natural cycle of a full moon, the lunation cycle, from we track for this purpose. So what I do anyway, the new moon and the full moon. New moon, setting intentions, planting seeds of possibilities. Full moon, culminating, And it's this beautiful cycle to follow, and it connects us to our own natural rhythms, our own cycles, and opportunity to kind of check in like our ancestors did. What am I noticing about myself, my emotions, my life? And what's this corresponding thing happening with where the moon is and the planets are? And the more you track yourself, the more you see. It's like, again, it's the astrological weather. And it's a great way to know yourself and understand your own natural rhythms. I often say, I think I am the moon because I'm a very introvert person, but then I get very expansive and I want to connect. But I have phases just like the moon. And so do we all. I think we're all very deeply connected to the moon. That's why I love to do these. So, full moon in Libra, which means that the sun is in Aries and the moon is in Libra, opposition, right? So both energies are at play here. And I always think of like a full moon as like the spectrum. There's a spectrum, a gradation from Aries to Libra. And I think about the integration in the middle. Like, what can I weave into this moment? A gift from Aries, the sun. And what can I weave in from the moon in Libra that is supporting me in this moment? And what is this showing me and inviting me to? So the moon in Libra is all about relationships and balance. It's ruled by Venus. It's connected to love, self-love, love for others, creativity, beauty. And so, and our moon, the moon is our emotions. I'm just going to scroll down because I did write a few things I do want to cover. Our moon is connected to our subconscious mind, and our emotions. And again, with the full moon, especially with Jupiter and Neptune conjuncting still, really drawing out deep emotions or subconscious material we haven't looked at. There's another aspect, maybe I'll cover, that is also going to draw more of our shadow forward to illuminate what's been in the dark of our awareness, so that we can make those real clear, conscious choices. So I think of the Aries sun and moon in Libra. The Aries sun is, it's all about me, the initiator, the leader. But Libra is about partnership and we and us. So finding the integration there. And then the balance, I think, is such a key word for Libra. Where are you out of balance with your relationships? Where are you giving more than you're receiving? Where are you taking more than you're giving? Where are you putting others before yourself? Libra, connected to the scales, the symbol of the scales, can get easily imbalanced. And when Libra energy is imbalanced, then there can be a lot of, the anger of Aries will rise with this full moon. It'll show you what's out of balance in your life, in your being, your self-care, and your all relationships, not just romantic relationships, with your friends, with your work arrangements. So also, Libra is about what we love and how we love. So again, where is that out of balance? Are you creating enough space to do what you love? Are you allowing space for your creativity, for self-care? I want to do a quick shout out because I'm going to be joining Julia Anderson with her wonderful offering of breath work. And I think she calls it empowerment through breath work. And she always does it around the full moon. So I'm going to pop in tomorrow for her Zoom group and just talk a little bit about the full moon. And it's perfect because, yes, the full moon can bring to light, illuminate what is needing to be released, where in this particular case with Libra, where we're out of balance, what's blocking our beauty, our light, our creativity, and then empowering it with these processes that she's going to be walking people through. So join us tomorrow. Go to Facebook, go to my page on Facebook, The Soul Nurturer. You'll see the event there. Okay, so the theme I was feeling into with all of what the sun in Aries and the moon in Libra and Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces and Venus in Pisces and Mars coming into Pisces and Mercury now moved into Taurus. What does this mean? What does it feel? To me, I have to tell you how it feels for me. And it feels kind of like the image came to me of the peaceful warrior. Aries, warrior, peaceful. Libra is another peace. It's another quality of Libra, the peacemaker, and love there, and healing here with all this Pisces energy. And I think it's really, we've been through so much together over the last 2 years, so much revealed, so much of our shadow, so much of our anger, so much, anger at the external when it was really stuff we needed to look at within ourselves. And I feel like being peaceful warriors and healers, peaceful healers, even though healers are, I think, of very peaceful. But in putting these archetypes all together, the warrior, the healer, the lover, the peacemaker, these are the qualities of this potential here. And so notice what's coming alive in you, what's being drawn forward. Remember, the tears may come to cleanse your soul, to clear some of the debris that's blocking that beautiful heart of yours, that's blocking your soul potential. Again, I want to recommend forgiveness. Where do we start with forgiveness? For ourselves. Forgive yourself for any way you've been out of balance in your life. Forgive yourself for any way you've been codependent in a relationship, giving too much, hoping that your needs would finally get met, when you finally wake up and realize that love begins from within, connection to the divine that allows us to flow it in partnership. And there's no limitation or lack if we're flowing from the source through us, and we don't have to earn that love. Yes, that's a good message. You don't need to earn love. You just need to know you're worthy of it. And so I'm gonna cry now. You're worthy of it, and that you have access to it all the time through connecting to the divine, however you connect. So now I will talk about this last piece, that, this full moons, again, can be really intense for some people. For me as an empath, I try to lay low because I can feel everything that everybody's feeling, and it can be overwhelming. And I'm doing my own inner work, ongoing soul work 24/7. Well, I sometimes take times off, as we all need to, right? Over the last 2 years, there's been a lot of material surfacing individually and collectively for us to work with. But so the sun and the moon are making a tense square to Pluto. Pluto is the planet of transformation, shadows, whatever's hidden underneath the surface. This is a good opportunity, I guess, to say there's a potential for more things that have been hidden to be revealed in your own life, in your relationships, and in the world. And and along with that, emotions, because when we evolve to more awareness, this is a transition that can cause grief. I'm trying to find my words. Anytime life is shifting from a way that it was to something new trying to emerge, grief will show up, tears will show up. You may notice, that saying, break down before breakthrough, breaking down of things aren't working the way you want. What you've been visioning for is not quite happening. The breakdown is occurring for you to really get clear on your vision, on your worth, and what you desire. Go watch my video I did a really, I think, generous gift, because it's a program I've developed over the years. I had an online class for, and I gave you, in this video, I give to anyone who wants to watch it, the essence of my sacred soul visioning process, because I feel like we're all in need of a reset, and to get back to our soul essence, and to expand that, to dissolve more of the conditioned way, to dissolve everything that's in the way of us emerging more of our soul potential and possibilities. And I'm really feeling the Pisces energy, again, with all these planets in Pisces, the possibility of healing and unity. Very important time right now. So I guess I'll just say this, more need for tenderness, gentleness, compassion, grace for ourselves and for others. Everything is purposeful. The more that I'm getting into following the transits, I used to just do charts and look at potential, and I still do that, and I love that. Looking at the soul potential of a chart, and I'm really getting more into the transits, to the understanding that there is a beautiful, great mystery unfolding that we are all part of. And the more we do our part, we do our own inner work, we listen and honor our souls. By the way, our intuition is really heightened right now. So are our dreams. Why? Well, I believe our soul is trying to get our attention, to invite us to another way of being. Not the old way, but a new and beautiful, aligned way. I always can tell when I'm out of alignment with my soul and I'm grumpy and I'm not feeling myself. That's an invitation to do some inner cleaning, some spring cleaning. My post is about the best spring cleaning you can do is forgiveness work. I mentioned Ho'oponopono in one of my last videos. I think it was the Jupiter-Neptune video. Ho'oponopono, it's Ho'oponopono. It's a Hawaiian mystical clearing, forgiveness, simple and profound process. So Google that or go look at my video, or do your own form of forgiveness. And if it's just as simple as, I forgive all that is in the way of my way or the divine way. I forgive and release and let go with love and forgiveness. Anything and anyone that is not aligned with the highest potential trying to unfold through me. Now, that's a tricky thing, and I need to wrap up soon, but the letting go of people is a tricky thing. I for one, am someone who, I used to always say, once you're in my heart, you're always in my heart. And that is true. But you may not always be in my life. And this is a hard thing for people who are naturally compassionate and empathetic, and we can see and understand what's going on with the person, and you can see the soul essence. It's all good. It's all beautiful in there, right? But if their way of being in the human experience is tripping up your way of being in your human experience, back to this moon in Libra, that's not balance, and that is not a healthy relationship. So releasing, when we say letting go of people, it's not like, get the F out of my life. I don't know that I've ever said that way to anybody. But certainly this is not working for me. And I've had a few conversations like that, which was really different for me. And this is not working for me is something, and I always teach this to my clients who are recovering from codependency and haven't learned yet how to honor their needs and speak up for what they need and to speak their truth. But they know something's not working. And if that's all you can say, and with this full moon, feeling into it, and you don't have the words and you don't know exactly what it is, but you know something's not working for me, start there. This is not working for me. And if you don't even know the specifics, that becomes another prayer. All that is not working in me, in my life, my surroundings, in my world, that is not serving my highest and greatest good, I'm willing to release it. Okay. And then I always say, though, so full moons, release work, right? Releasing, letting go. But don't wait for the new moon to put in what it is that you want instead. Because when there's what's that saying? Nature abhors a vacuum. So when there isn't something in its place, like say I'm releasing, what am I releasing? Nothing's coming to my mind because I'm always releasing. I am releasing those who do not support my highest good. That's universal in general. A lot of you might be able to relate to that. I'm releasing that with love for the highest good for all. And that way, it's an easier transition. And always during transitions like this, when there's a lot of emotion staying connected to yourself, hand over heart, connected to self, connected to soul, connected to potential. All right, I'm going to wrap up now. I would love your comments. What did you take away from this video? What do you need to release? Where are you out of balance? Where are you being called to love yourself in a greater way, with more balance? All right, wrapping up because I see my time's running out. And subscribe if you haven't, like and comment. I love your comments, and I know some of you like to message me privately, and I love those too. But the more comments I get underneath the videos generates more, I guess it gets my videos into the public stream more. Okay, I'm sending so much love to you all. Really be gentle with yourselves. Big energy requires moment to moment presence and awareness. And I always say that transformation, the ABCs of transformation are awareness before choice. I'm getting a new message right now about that. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Awareness becomes compassion. Okay. I don't know what that means. Awareness, like when you're really connected to your soul at a soul level, your essence does not know judgment, resentment. It doesn't hold on to grudges. I mean, I've had a lot of betrayal in my life. I've been betrayed a lot, but God created me with such a forgiving heart and it's okay. We're all unfolding. We're all emerging. And from a hypnotherapist standpoint and from the Bible, forgive them. They know not what they do, because most of our human behavior is unconscious. So yeah, awareness becomes compassion. I'm going to cry. Bring your awareness to the situation that causes you the most heartache, and then turn it into compassion. Where you've been hurt, bring the awareness to they are doing the best they can do, and they may be acting from an unconscious way or place. And all those places you hold in your being where, maybe I should have done it this way or that way, or did I constantly am checking and reviewing, how am I doing in the world and with others? And is there any loop that's open and anything I need to clean up or clear up? And I do my best. And I'll tell you, life as it is so busy, we can't take care of everything and everyone. So just awareness, sacred awareness is, after a good meditation or a good prayer, and you're in a whole different realm, you're just really connected to higher view. I call that sacred awareness. So from that place, if you are in judgment or resentment or regret or any of that, that's your human self. Drop into meditation, drop into your soul awareness, that sacred view, that awareness. I guarantee you, when you put that light on the situation, you're going to feel your compassion rising, first for yourself and for everyone else. Okay, that's it. Peace out and peace in. Sending you so much love. And I'll see you next time. Take good care until then.